Good evening, friends. Welcome to my channel ISWins. So, topic for the day is consumption-based poverty estimated have relevance. It is covered under the category economics for the mains, and the syllabus for it is Indian economy and issues relating to planning, mobilizing of resources, growth, development, and employment. For mains IS syllabus is significance and methodology of consumption-based poverty estimates. Prelims related topic are covered, that is about poverty estimates. So the context for the news here is the article discusses India's declining poverty rates based on multidimensional and consumption based measures. It delves into challenges, critiques of multidimensional indices, and the need for reliable data for accurate poverty assessment. Introduction. Niti Aayog report reveals a decline in India's poverty rate from 25% 1516 to 15% in 1921. UNDP OPHI Global Multidimensional Poverty Index report indicates a drop in multidimensional poverty from 27.5% 1516 to 16.2 in 1921. The relevance of consumption based poverty estimates in light of multidimensional poverty analysis is to be noted. Comparison of poverty estimates. Global MPI 2018 report comments India's significant reduction in multidimensional poverty over a decade. The Tendulkar Committee methodology shows a decrease in 137 million in poor population between 2004 to 5 and 2011 to 12. Rangarajan Committee methodology highlights a decline of 92 million poor individuals per annum between 2009-10 to 11-12. Tendulkar and Rangarajan methodologies exhibit lower poverty ratios compared to global MPI estimates. Challenges with multidimensional poverty measures. Non-income dimensions of poverty may not be directly linked to consumption-based poverty lines. Multiple indicators pose problems of measurability, aggregation, and data availability. Aggregation challenges arises from commensurability of indicators such as child mortality and safe drinking water. Analytically, appropriate aggregation rules require data to relate to the same household which presents data constraints. Experts' view on multidimensional indices. Srinivasan suggests including public services as a dimension of poverty but is critical of multidimensional indices. Dayton and Drage emphasizes supplementing expenditure-based poverty estimates with indicators related to nutrition, health, education, and environment. Relevance of income and consumption based poverty measures. Income and consumption define poverty with various non income indicators reflecting inadequate data. Official data on consumption expenditure post 2011-12 is unavailable. Comparison with the multidimensional poverty index is challenging. There are different conclusions from studies using indirect methods and data from CMIE and PLFS sources. Periodical labor force survey sources. Importance of consumption expenditure surveys and data changes. Current consumption expenditure survey is essential for accurate comparison. Poverty reduction is strongly associated with high growth periods and reduction rate may have slowed in recent years. Differences in aggregate consumption estimates between NSS and NAS data sources widening gap over time. The National Statistical Office (NSO) is urged to study discrepancies and suggest data collection improvements. Need to analyze the impact of public expenditure on health and education across different expenditure classes. Nut graft. Amidst India's reduced poverty rates, a Niti Aayog report highlights a decline from 25% in 2015-16 to 15% in 2019-21, while a UNDP OPHI report notes a shift from 27.5% to 16.2%. This analysis explores the intricacies of these metrics, challenges with multidimensional poverty measures, and views on indices and emphasizes the significance of consumption-based measures and reliable data collection. Second topic of mains for today is why is the Kaveri water sharing issue flaring up again? Topic is covered under the governance category of mains syllabus. Syllabus is under GS paper 2, that is government policies and interventions for development in various sectors and issues arising out of their design and implementation. Main syllabus is current issues associated with Kaveri water sharing dispute. Background of the news is the Tamil Nadu government has asked the Supreme Court to order Karnataka to discharge 24,000 cubic feet per second cusacks from its reservoirs immediately. Additionally, it sought the court to order Karnataka to see that the 36.76 TMC mandated in the final decision of the Cauvery Water Dispute Tribunal (CWTT) is released. Kaveri water sharing. Karnataka, the upper riparian state in the Kaveri basin, has a monthly plan in place for releasing water to Tamil Nadu. The Kaveri Water Management Authority (CWMA) and Kaveri Water Regulation Committee (CWRE) were constituted 4 months after the SC issued its ruling in 2018 regarding the CWDT's 2007 award to ensure the execution of the ruling. The two organizations have been meeting ever since to assess the current issue. According to the water sharing plan, Karnataka must make a total of 177.25 TMC accessible to Tamil Nadu in Biligundulu during a normal water year, June to May. From this total, 123.14 TMC is to be distributed between June and September, which also happens to be the southwest monsoon season. Tamil Nadu was reportedly irritated by Karnataka's failure to adhere to the quantity decided upon at the CWRC meeting. During the meeting, Karnataka's response. Karnataka has argued that the poor inflow to its own reservoirs is a result of reduced rainfall in the Cauvery basin, notably in Kerala. Karnataka released water to Tamil Nadu whenever more water entered the reservoirs. Karnataka, however, was not in that situation this year. Tamil Nadu had pressed Karnataka to abide by a formula for sharing in financial hardship, but Karnataka had refused. Way forward. Tamil Nadu is eager to learn whether Karnataka will at least abide by the authorities' judgment. With barely 20 TMC, the meter reservoir in Tamil Nadu has dangerously low storage levels and will run out of water in 10 days after accounting for dead storage and drinking water needs. The Supreme Court's perspective on the situation is still to be determined. Nut graft. The Cauvery water sharing dispute has been a cause of contention between Karnataka and Tamil Nadu since the British Raj. Tamil Nadu and especially its farmers in the Cauvery Delta are eagerly awaiting word on whether Karnataka will at least abide by the authorities' ruling. Third topic from the news is the Myanmar Junta's empty gestures. It is related with international relations section of mains. Syllabus for IAS paper GS2 is India and its neighborhood relations. For mains, syllabus is crisis in Myanmar and concerns associated with Myanmar Junta Regime. Background of the news is Aung San Suu Kyi, the 78-year-old former head of state, deposed in a coup in 2021, had her prison sentence recently reduced by 6 years. After a year in solitary confinement, the junta placed her under home arrest. Aung San Suu Kyi will nonetheless be sentenced to 27 years in prison of false charges. Additionally, the junta reduced from former President Win Mint's sentence by 4 years and reportedly freed more than 7,000 additional convicts. Concerns associated with Myanmar junta regime. Even a heavily staged national vote is difficult for the army's top decision makers to truly consider maintaining control of enough land. People have been voting with their feet in their uncertain times by immigrating abroad or enlisting in a revolutionary mobilization. The majority of the country, which is the second largest by land area in Southeast Asia, is likely off limits to government forces. The ASEAN Association of Southeast Asian Nations political system is one that the regime attempts to manipulate. Significant difficulties arise of neighborhoods Thailand, China, India, and Bangladesh due to an unresolved civil conflict. Diplomatic efforts to preserve Myanmar's territorial integrity clash with the unease about doing business with a bloody state that permeates practically everywhere. Violence, mistrust, terror, and martial chauvinism have taken the place of the previous political and social infrastructure. Young people in Myanmar who heroically disobeyed in the face of tanks and gunfire are no longer allowed to attend universities and are left with few options: the mountains, the jungle, or the border. Conclusion: the decision to channel the planned elections exposes the military system's weakness and the ruler's paranoia. Additionally, it provides more proof that the junta can't be trusted. The maintenance of ties with Russia and China is an important tactic. However, as long as the generals continue to use such brutality against their own citizens, there is no clear road to greater membership in ASEAN. Resistance elements seeking to gradually loosen the army's hold on power will be further energized by the prolonging of the state of emergency and the postponement of imaginary elections. The opposition that is currently raging throughout Myanmar is likely to be put out by a unless useless decrease in the jail terms for the country's elected leaders. Nutgraft. The Myanmar army's top decision makers are struggling to keep control of enough territory to consider even a tightly staged managed countrywide ballot. As a result, Myanmar is now destitute, mainly friendless, and without any kind of future strategy. Thank you.